All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy day, whatever day you're watching this. You could be watching this at the end of January, the beginning of January, before January, whatever it is. Hello. We are doing today the pick a card reading for January 2025. So wild. We're going to pick three cards, and you can choose from the three which one you're being drawn to. If you want to pick all of them, amazing. If you want to pick two of them, even better. If you are here live and you pick pile three and you don't want to wait, you don't have to. And also remember, and a reminder that if you're watching all of them, there has to be at least one message in there for you specifically. I like to do pick a card readings for this because it helps you get like even more specific messages, because when I do these readings, I'm doing them for a larger group. It's not like thousands of people like on social media, but in this space it is a bit larger. And so um when we do pick a cards, it allows for even more specifics on top of everything else. um I'm getting a lot of messages already. I was telling everyone live that I've had like a very spiritual morning. Hold on. There's people waiting to get in to the live. And in that spiritual connection, I have just been channeling a lot, and spirit was very clear on what's meant to come in for today, for you guys, what was for me, and things like that. And one thing I can say is that I feel like, well, I don't feel like, I know that in one of these piles, Jesus is going to come through big time, which is so fun. I was singing the song into the in the garden. I come to the garden alone where the dew is still on the roses, blah blah blah, right? Every time I sing that song, I know it's like Jesus. He's like, "Hey, can we talk? Hey girl, here's a song. I'm here." And so I had a good chat with that frequency this morning. Really cool and very very cool. Yeah. And it was basically like, yeah, I'll be back later in one of these piles. So I'll be excited to see how that shows up. Let's get into this. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. I'm like in a pretty good mood because I'm just excited for today. I'm also going Christmas shopping. My mom is coming into town. She'll be here like right after I get done with this call, and then my husband and I are going into a bigger city, into a big city, I should say, not bigger, big, because we're not in a city at all, to go finish Christmas shopping. And we get to go, just us. My mom's watching the kids, so we get to like have like 8 hours together, which will be so fun. So, anyways, I'm excited. I've got family in town coming in. I'd love to hear what you guys are up to. I can't believe Christmas is next week. It's really wild. This is a quick reminder that I will be live next Monday. Or not like next Monday, like in a few days. I'll be live for the week ahead reading, but the following Monday, it will not be live at all. You'll have to go without it for the week, because I'm going out of town and I am going to let myself just take off as much as I want to. So there's that. Okay. Yes, it's so exciting. Okay, let's get into this. So we have pile one, pile two, and pile three. I'm going to go ahead and start pulling cards for the piles themselves. And we'll get into this. I'll give you just a few minutes to figure this out or to decide where this, is good or feels good or which one or however many. It doesn't matter to me. Whatever you want to do, it's your world. I'm just here serving in it, okay? Okay. When I feel the skies. Oh, it's already happening. Getting words, songs for pile one. Everyone takes what it is so. Then you come through the sweet way you had a bitter taste to come. Ariana Grande coming in strong for pile one. While you're here, if you're live, let me know which piles you're doing. Those of you that came in a little bit later, remember that it does not matter if, you're here live and you picked pile 3. You definitely will hear something that will resonate for you in all the piles because you're here for a reason. And also, I understand if you don't want to wait and you want to come back and watch the replay. Amazing. No problem. Whatever your heart desires, okay? The heart wants what it wants. Uh-oh. It's going to be another singing day. I can feel it. Sorry in advance. One time I worked in an office with 2 people that we were like really cool. Still love them to this day. I don't like really talk to them. Oh my God. Okay, interesting. What's happening? Okay, I don't even know where I was going with this story, so forget it. And that was like wild. Okay, I think that was spirit being like, shut up. Okay, pile 3, pile 3. I'm seeing pile 2 in my third eye. Pile 2. If anybody doesn't know, like isn't used to pick a card readings, I almost said pick a piles, which that too. You just take a few deep breaths, stare at the cards, and whichever one is drawing your attention the most, where you like can't stop staring at it, that is the most prevalent reading for you. It doesn't mean the other ones won't have messages, but of course, if it's not resonating, don't make it fit if it doesn't feel like it fits. Okay. That's a big part of this. Sometimes our bodies will reject messages and readings. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that. And you're like, you have to ask yourself, like, okay, am I rejecting this because I am triggered, or am I rejecting this because it's just not actually my reality? I do my best to be as like, mindful as possible, but sometimes the messages are just very freaking specific, and that's just the way that it goes. All right, so let's get into this. We're going to start with pile number 1. Everything tastes like hidden salt. Okay, so the song that's coming through is Sweetener by Ariana Grande. Specifically when it says when life deals its cards, that's all the like biggest part that's happening. When you come through like the sweetener, you had to take the bitter taste to heart or something like that. I don't even know. And the message that I feel like this is here is pile 1. I feel like you're in this energy of like understanding that life is giving you what it is that you need, right? When life deals its cards, it's like sometimes you don't always get exactly what you're hoping for in the month of January is what we're focusing on. But I feel like what this is really talking about is with the sweetener part coming in also, it's almost like you are being the caveat to transmuting this energy. So right now in this moment, pile 1, you might feel like life is dealing its cards, and you might feel like these cards are really starting to piss me off. When you're just having a really annoying game. You guys know that feeling where I was playing Yahtzee a few weeks ago with my family, and I was like, I seriously cannot get a good dice roll. Like it was so annoying. And it's the luck of the dice. Like, okay. And there's just something to say about the fact that it is a game. And knowing that it's a game lets off the pressure, and you have a choice to be annoyed, irritated, whatever, over the game. Or you can be like, you know what? It's all right because we got next round, bitch. Okay. And that is the vibe you want to go into life with. It's much easier said than done, pile 1. I understand. And I can't really compare your life to a Yahtzee game. However, in this case, that is exactly what Spirit's doing. So Spirit can, and it is. So the point of that is to say that whatever's happening that feels very big in your world currently when you're listening to this, it is literally going to end. It's just this round, and it will shift and change. Okay. So that's the first thing that I feel like I need to say, whether this is just a message you needed to hear right now in this moment, whether this is something you experienced at the beginning of the month, it really doesn't matter. It's nothing to fear, I guess, is what I'm really trying to bring forward. And letting yourself kind of ride the wave. Okay. The other thing, pile 1, that I'm getting right off the bat is to really sit with yourself and ask, like, are you sitting in a space of lack? Are you actually looking at your growth? Because sometimes other people could see the growth, or other people can see you and see, your life, and be like, wow, like, look at how far you've come, or and to you, you're like, oh, it's nothing, because it's not to where you really want to be. And spirit's really guiding you into a position that you don't want to look back on this time of your life. Okay. And be like, wow, like, I should have been a lot more proud of myself. Like, I should have, and the thing is pile one, like, you don't know until you know if you're in that frequency. You could think all day long that you're coming from a space of abundance or a space of positivity. But if you really sat back and looked at your reality, are you actually feeling that? Are you actually seeing that? And just because you think that you have to be somewhere different doesn't mean that spirit is like, yeah, well, that's what you're so called for, right? Like, um, I'm going to give a tough message here really quick, pile one. I love you. This is coming not from Holly. And even if it is, I still love you. And sometimes we have to hear things we don't always want to hear. However, pile one, I need you to hear me. And the thing is that there are very high expectations. And at the end of the day, no one is like has to give you anything. Okay. The universe doesn't have to give you anything. The divine doesn't have to give you anything. Nobody has to give you anything. So if you have this expectation or this feeling of entitlement around something in your life, okay, whether it's now, whether it's in January, it doesn't matter. Spirit is coming through to say, listen, you got to take a deep breath, because what is here is what you have put out. What you put out is what you get back. Do you understand? And they're not saying you're being punished or you're doing anything wrong. It's just the energy, right? So if you put out an energy of like, I'm entitled to this because I've done XYZ, right? Just because you've done this doesn't mean that your energy behind what you did was in alignment to your highest good or to the highest good of the person you're doing it for. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm really triggering someone right now. I love you. I promise this is not coming from a negative space, just a message Spirit's giving me. So I'm just bringing it forward. Okay. So we have to remember that. We have to remember that what we give to, the frequency of, is what we will get back, because it has to, right? So if we're giving from a place of, I'm entitled to this, and also in a space of lack, you're going to receive lack in return. So it's about shifting the perspective and becoming the observer right now in this moment. Okay. I love you. Are you still mad? Are you okay? I hope you're okay. Please breathe. Okay. Okay. Let's look at the cards. All right. So we have, this is what you feel. So that is what's coming. Okay. All right. Okay. Spirit's coming through. Okay. I am an energetic being. What I feel is what I attract. Exactly what I was just saying. And I did not see this card, by the way. Okay. So the point of this is the fact that sometimes, listen, I'm only saying this and Spirit's only giving me this message because I have lived through this. Okay. And I've looked back on myself and thought, wow, I really thought I was in a place of like, oh, I'm good. I'm good. No, I was coming from a place of entitlement. Like, you know what, universe, you owe me. You owe me this because I did this and I did this and I did this. And it was a very icky energy when I think about it. And yes, I was putting a lot of energy forward, but guess what? My motive was not necessarily to serve all the time. My motive was coming from a place of, I'm in lack, so I need to find a solution to my lack. And if that means this and that and this and that, then amazing. That's what it is. But it can get in our head, right? The ego can come forward and take over and then be resentful and angry for what you feel like you're getting back, right? But if you're giving with resentment, that's exactly what you're going to receive. So they want you to understand this so that you can shift your reality in front of you by shifting your perspective. Nothing will change until your perspective changes, because what you believe is what you seek, and what you seek is what you are. Okay. So meaning what you identify as is not what you are, but it's what you identify as. Okay. It's the ego's illusion of duality. The ego allows you to have the ability to see both sides and to see awareness. Okay. Now it's a different thing when the ego grabs onto identity and says, this is all that I am. No. So it's about shifting that, right? And so what you feel is what you attract. If you feel resentful, you're going to attract that energy, that frequency. Okay. People will feel it. It's palpable. So allowing yourself to fall into alignment, to just whatever this is, I feel like it's not, I feel like I can't even tell you here, like how you're supposed to feel. It's more like you're being called to the table here to have a conversation with the divine yourself. It's okay to be mad about your circumstances or your situations or your, where life, how life has dealt the cards. It's okay. And I see you, I feel you, I understand that. I think everyone in this room, everyone watching, has the ability to see that when life deals us shitty hands, it's really hard to come back and be like, oh, it's okay, everything's going to work out. Like, no shit, it's going to work out, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't suck ass. Okay. However, the way that you take that energy and bring it back to the world is how you're going to either decide to continue this or to nip this shit in the butt. Okay. Because you are a strong, powerful person, and nothing should be able to take your power enough to make you say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to be angry and mad and frustrated, because then, right, those cards that were dealt to you now have control over you. And you are too strong and too powerful to be in a space where you are not in control of yourself. Okay. I don't think anyone here watching live actually picked pile one, but you know what? Whatever. Okay, let's keep going. This is not like I you know what? I'm not even going to explain myself. You guys know the intention of these readings. And I think that the reason why you picked pile one, whoever I'm talking to right now, is because you can hear this. You can handle it, you can understand it, you can be like, okay, yeah, I hear you. You know what I mean? Like 2015 Holly, if she heard this reading, I would be crying. Like, what? The spirit world hates me. Okay, but like you can handle it. And you know what? They're not saying anything bad about you. They're telling you what you know and what you need to hear. Okay. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens in these cards. I'm so sorry. Okay. Paper boats. Card 27. We have sevens, lots of sevens. Stay afloat and don't tilt too much. A lesson awaits. Hello? January, pile one. You are here to learn something. Let yourself learn it so you could be done with this shit. Okay. Let's keep going. Touching earth, planting something new. So this is this message about you really coming into a position in your life where you're able to grab something different. So it shows me that in January, you're definitely learning this lesson and you're creating a new reality for yourself. You're saying, actually, I'm not going to play into that. And I'm going to plant these seeds over here. I'm going to honor how I feel about what's going on, but I'm not going to take it personal, because sometimes life just fucking sucks. You know what I'm saying? I had this conversation with my 5-year-old yesterday in 5-year-old terms. I have a lot of packages like arriving at my house. My husband and I like buy stocking stuffers for like my whole family and also his whole family and his brother and his mom and stuff. So we have like a lot of stuff coming in. And my my son got both sons got gift cards from their grandpa that we let them spend already so that they could start getting their presents every day and blah blah blah. So my oldest was waiting for his lightsaber that he bought with his little gift card, and we got a bunch of packages. And when they went and got the packages from the mailbox, he was so excited. He was like screaming in the car, I guess. And then they had to wait till I got off work. I got off work, went downstairs, and they waited for me to open the boxes because they knew there were other presents, right? So I opened the boxes. The lightsabers are not in there. He was so pissed and so disappointed. He was so mad at Amazon. And I was like, listen, it's okay. I understand being disappointed. It's really annoying, like completely a normal emotion. Anyways, the point of this story is the fact that I had to have a conversation with him because he was so irritated. And I was like, dude, this is life. Sometimes you just have to wait for things. Sometimes it doesn't work the way that you think. Sometimes it doesn't happen the way that you think. The package is still going to come at some point, but you have a choice right now. Like you can stay being pissed off and pouting, or you can choose to be like, okay, it's all right. I'll just get it later. And this was obviously after I let him feel his feelings for a long time. And then I was like encouraging him to not be in a bad mood over this. And as soon as he kind of got over it, what do you know? The package got delivered to our actual house. And so it's just like, it's like pile one. it's like you never know when things are going to change. You have no idea when your life will change. Anything can happen at any time. And I've said this over and over again. And with that knowing, pile one, it's important that you lean deep into this knowing of like, okay, whatever's happening in my life right now is happening for a reason. And I also know that anytime in my life, something good could happen for no reason. So, like, just don't focus so much on the fact that, like, I'm not manifesting good enough or I'm not in the right energy. It's more like, how are you looking at things? And I think that January is more of a perception of like, how do you react? How do you respond? What do you do? What do you say to things? How do you act? What is your energy behind what you're doing and what you're giving? And that is the point of the lesson, is for you just to have awareness. That's it. Awareness is the first point of change, because once you have awareness, you can start the embodiment process. How are we doing, everyone that's live? Ooh, the pink rose of Lady Nada showing up. So a lot of heart space energy really being healed, shifted, and changed. I feel like pile one, you've lived a life where like love was conditional. So like whether this was your parents or past relationships where it's like, love, withholding love was like a form of punishment. Okay. We have the bloom, creations realized, right time, harvest, and celebrate. Yeah. So there is going to be some type of harvesting here in January, some reason to celebrate. I'm not saying all of January is going to be like a stressful thing, because it's not. In fact, you're going to see just how quickly you can turn your life around when you turn and shift your perspective. Okay. So it's like, okay, I'm feeling this, I'm experiencing this, bam, I've shifted into a new world, a new reality, a new realm, a new understanding about who I am, about what's possible, and about how the universe works for me always, 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 always. Because when shit hits the fan, you better fucking believe you're about to move into a really cool time in your life. Okay. And again, all of us here watching, me included, all have experienced this. Life hits the fan, you're pissed off, you're annoyed, blah, blah, blah. And eventually you get to the other side and you're like, oh, good thing that happened. Wow, that would have sucked if that never happened. You know what I'm saying? It's like weird how the things that cause us the most suffering are the things that liberate us the most, right? And so letting this be the muse, the musical of your life, you know? All right, we have the lizard and the pitcher plant with stagnation. So maybe it's this feeling of things aren't moving, I'm not stagnant, it's not happening. It's like this high expectation around something here. And spirit is trying to come in to be like, listen, take a deep breath. Like, what clock are you working on? Whose clock are you working on? Did you make the clock? Did I make the clock? Whose clock are we talking about? Like, time doesn't even exist. So the more that you keep being like, it's not here, it's too far away, I feel like I'm stagnant, I can't move to it, I'm stuck in this quicksand. Spirit's like, what? Where do you want me to bring the goal to you? Because I'm happy to have it right here. In fact, every step you take to the things that you want means you're already in it. You're just walking there. So once you get there, you're going to want to keep walking. There's this other thing, pile one, that like, no matter what you receive, no matter what you get, no matter what place or milestone you get to, you'll want something more. It doesn't matter how much money you make, because once you make that money, you're going to want more. It doesn't matter how much love you get, because once you have that love, you're going to want to get more. It doesn't matter how much validation you get, because no matter how much validation you get, you're going to want more. It's about letting yourself understand that you're immersed in what is. And when you let go of that, you can free yourself. It's much easier said than done. Like, my God, like they give me these messages and it's like, well, no shit, you guys, but whatever, we'll just listen to them. Anyways, okay. Not me being resentful of these messages for you. Okay, spirit of water. Return to the source of the feminine for purification. Okay, hello, feminine energy. You guys workaholics or what? What's going on here? I'm just kidding. This is definitely for someone who has been surviving in their masculine energy and really understanding what it even means to actually feel what you attract. I feel like some of you are still in this phase, pile one, where you're like maybe afraid to feel because you don't want to attract the wrong thing. That's not what this is necessarily about. But it is important to pay attention to what you're letting yourself feel and experiencing, right? So allowing yourself to return back to the feminine means back to nourishment, Okay. The masculine provides safety. So the feminine more is around feeling and expression and connection, receiving. Okay. So wherever that feels for you is what you're supposed to do, right? So when you're feeling stagnant, I don't think January is about being stagnant. I think that when you're feeling stagnant, you have to bring yourself back into this nourishment. You have to bring yourself back into the space of feeling. Okay. I'll give you guys a little story and then we'll go on to pile two. But I have been really busy. Like I'm not even gonna try to explain everything that I've been doing just in my personal life and in my spiritual life, because as healers, right, and business owners, we don't just run a business and we don't just run our family and we don't just take care of ourselves. We also have to really mend and tend to our spiritual self. And in all of these spaces, I feel like I lost touch a little bit. Normally, I'm a big crier, right? And I was like, damn, I haven't cried in a minute. And and like the last okay, I'm so dramatic. Cried in a minute, like 2 weeks. But for real, like when I was really going through it, I swear I was crying every day. It's so sad. Okay, anyways, back to the story. So I the last few days I've been like just honestly burnt out. Like it doesn't matter how much you do the things and all of that. When you have a lot on your plate, it just you can get burned out. It's just normal. You just have to know how to fill yourself back up, right? So I was pretty burnt out. So last night I got the kids to bed and I was like, okay, I just need like to go take a shower and I think I need to cry. Like I just really need to cry. So I'm like in my room getting my stuff together to go take a shower. I'm already tearing up. I'm like, oh, this is not going to be good. I can feel it. It's like 2 weeks worth of crying just about to explode. And sure fucking enough, feel like I felt everything for the first time of this new reality that I've really stepped into over the last few weeks. And I realized in that moment that I am like, I'm scared of where I'm going. I'm scared of what I'm doing. And it was an empowered fear though. I don't know how to explain it, because when I say scared, it wasn't like I'm scared so I'm not going to move forward. It was like this is a feeling that matches the same energy of doing something different. It will never go away. It doesn't matter where you are, what stage you're at. It does not matter. You will always experience that. And I feel like Pile One, you need to hear that it's okay to be afraid to let go of the things you used to do, of the life you used to live. It's okay to let go of parts and pieces of yourself. And it's also okay to say, I don't actually want to let this go. I want to keep it here, but I also want to step into my power to be able to move forward in areas that I might feel like I'm still dissembled. Okay. And so, you guys, this is more just a message for you in January to understand your truth and to understand just how much your truth is running your reality. Okay. Moment of silence. Okay. Oh my God, I am literally preaching. Okay. By the way, after the tears, it was great tear section. Wow, section, session. I loved it. It was amazing. I felt really empowered after, and then I laid in bed and I played this game, like organizing game. It really, really does good things for my Virgo moon. And I fell asleep. So that was great. And I do feel better this morning. I'm still tired, but I do feel better. Just in case you care. Okay, pile fucking two. Oh. Okay, so this is the pile with Jesus Christ consciousness coming in. The song I'm hearing is Oceans by Hillsong United. It's a worship song, and the part is Spirit lead me when my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you will find me. Take me deeper than my feet can ever offer. My faith be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Okay, now pile two, this month of January is the deepest level of surrender you have ever experienced in your life. It is a moment where you say, I am not going to stay in the realm of what ifs or I can't or am I good enough? Can I? You are saying, fuck it. I'm stepping onto the water and I'm going to walk on this water because I trust in myself. I trust in the divine. I trust in my destiny. And I trust that right now, the only thing holding me in this space is myself. And at any point, I could choose to walk on the water. Okay. Now, this is a clear fact that when you're in the phases of awakening, there is a time and place where you have no trust, because how could you trust anything? Because you had an awakening to the fact that everything you once trusted and believed was a lie, correct? So of course you have trust issues. That is completely normal. Everyone goes through that. Pile two, you're getting into this position where you're like, do I really have trust issues? Or is it that I'm just in this space where I don't know what to trust because I'm still learning what is my ocean? Okay. So pile two, it's about you leaning into the fact that you actually trust a lot. Okay. You have a lot of trust because you're here, because you show up, because you're a healer, because you want to serve the world. That takes a lot of trust to say, yeah, I am different than the world. I am called to something and I'm going to follow that call. That is trust in itself. That is faith. Faith is believing in something you cannot see. The whole epitome of a spiritual awakening is having faith, because you're following a path that you cannot see. You are walking the realms that you cannot see. You are walking a line in hopes that what you feel will guide you to the next space. So taking that same exact energy and applying it to your reality will shift your world for forever. Okay. So let yourself lean into that. Let yourself be free. Let yourself experience the life that you want to experience by taking the step on the water. What's the worst that's going to happen? You get wet. Okay, great. So it's like, let yourself understand that wherever you feel called, spirit will guide your feet under the water. Maybe sometimes you'll sink a little bit. Don't fret. Okay. Just keep focusing, because you don't have trust issues. You don't have a lack of faith. You're a walking embodiment of trust and faith. You have to stop telling yourself that. You have to. Okay. Oh, connect with nature. Okay, water. My home is in nature, as it loves me unconditionally with the deepest, most relentless love I have ever experienced. Okay. Unconditional. Unconditional. If you are working for a God that has conditions on what it is that you're meant to do in this reality, you are not working for the God of light, period. If you are standing up in a state of I'm in lack, you are not working for a God of love, period. If you're in lack, you are serving lack. Do you hear me? If you're in lack, you're serving lack. Now, sometimes we're in phases of life where our entire reality is only showing us lack. It's time to go inward. Inward. Immerse yourself around people, places, and things that show you that lack is not the only thing in your reality. Okay? It feels hard. It feels rough. It feels uncomfortable. I hear you. We all have experienced what it feels like to be in lack. No one is above lack. Even the most richest people on the world still experience lack. They might feel lack of relationships, lack of connection, lack of love. Okay? Lack is not just a form of financial restriction. You're seeing financial restriction because of the evidence that you have in front of you that lack is all that you've experienced. So surround yourself in nature. Surround yourself with people that uplift you and they make you feel inspired, that say, I hear you, and also get up and you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be fine. That pulls you out of the rut instead of feeding that rut, feeding the demon. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm looking at your messages. Heather's like, I'm sinking. Woohoo. Just kidding. I'll go and swim in spirit. She's like, can you actually let me down a little more so I can swim further? Oh, I'm dead. Okay. All right. So let's get into this. Okay. Pile two, clear quartz. The embrace of the shadows is gently lifting. Light is needed now to nourish you. Hello? 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 Am I fucking on it today or what? Okay. Sorry. Okay. Listen the fuck up. Okay. I told you, I told you guys, Spirit was coming through this morning. I knew when I was getting all those messages this morning, I was like, today is going to be fire. Okay. Listen, first and foremost, we have fives. Pile two, you're in the midst of change. Oh no, I'm scared of change. Too fucking bad because you know what? You're being brought to one level to the next. Okay. You are being called to the motherfucking table and Spirit's like, you want to swim or not, bitch? And you're like, I want to swim. I want to swim. They're like, let's go. Okay. Pile two. Okay. Enough. Enough. You're already over it. You want to know why you're so irritated with life at times or what's going on in front of you? Because your spirit is like, are we fucking done yet here? Like, we are so done with land. Can we just get on the water? Because at this point, we are literally munching on bones. There's no more meat left here. We got to go. It's like Moana, how she wants to leave. She's like, can we go on the boat? And the dad's like, never. We'd all die here if it's up to me because we can't leave the sea. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, get on the damn boat. At least get on the boat. You don't have to walk. But pile two, January, you have to get on the boat. You have to do something else because where you are is slowly deteriorating and you're just idling by being like, but I can salvage it. No, you can't. The coconuts are rotting. You're about to have no fresh water. Okay. You're running out of chickens, and that's all that you can eat. And that's it. That's all I know that's happening, but it's not good. And you got to go. Okay. Please go. The island gives us what we need until it's dying. Okay. And then you got to go. And you are like, but it's going to come back. No, it's not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but it's not. Sensuality, feminine wisdom, passion, feminine connection. Okay. Feminine is not just about everything receiving. I mean, I guess connection is receiving, but it's not, it's okay. Pile two, I love you. I just want to shake you right now because you have so much fucking potential that you keep telling yourself, I can't do it. It's not possible for me. And I feel like Spirit's like, Holly, you got to light a fire today under their ass. Okay. I need you to come back and watch this every day until the end of January because you have so much going for you. You are so afraid to look at the visions that Spirit has already given to you about your fucking life for the year of 2025. You're so afraid to look because you're so afraid that it could be wrong. The answer is it's not wrong. You have to lean into this. The ocean's right there, but you're refusing to get in it because you're like, but what if it's not an ocean? What if it's a lake? And what if it's a small lake? Spirit's like, oh my God. Throw you on the boat, but you have free will, right? So listen, I'm making it sound like Spirit's annoyed with you. It's not like that's not a thing, but I am. Just kidding. I'm kidding. Kind of. I'm only being tough today because you need it. Because you don't see you the way I see you. Okay. Okay. Are we done now? Now, wisdom is about leaning into the fact of, oh, wow, I actually pretty good. Wow, wait, hold on. Right? The feminine recognizes itself. I'm staring at myself in the mirror. Okay. I do mirror work all the time. I do readings all the time. I'm always staring at myself. You know why? Because my power, my wisdom comes through me. Yes, I'm connecting to a source, into a channel, whatever the case is. But for all I know, I could die and realize that I have always been the channel. I was always just connecting to myself. Okay. So you have to step in the fact of passion. Fire comes from your feminine energy. I know that fire is often related to the solar plexus, which is related to the divine masculine, but the spirit realm is ruled by the fire element, which is ruled by the feminine. Your emotional state and your spiritual space is fire, okay? Or is fire, is feminine. So let your passions, your desires light the way, okay? Not the lack of fire. Listen, if my husband and I Okay, I'm so sorry. Are you guys okay? Okay, okay. Listen, if my husband and I in our house, okay, we have a wood burning stove. We have a propane heater that we could use too, but that costs way more than burning wood, right? So if we were burning wood, okay, and warming up the house feels so warm and cozy and amazing, and all of a sudden the fire's going out. If we were like, oh, the fire, oh no, oh, the fire's going out. What are we gonna fucking do? If we were to do that, we would freeze to death. Okay, no, what we do is we say, oh no, the fire's going out. We better tend to it. Let's put another piece of fucking wood in there and blow on the coals until it lights. Like, come on. You guys have to know what you need to help yourself, and you know what you need. Look, this just went out. See, look, all this energy, it's just putting my candles out. You know what you need, you know how to help yourself, and you do. You totally do. Okay. So this message is for the times when you're like, I can't help myself. I'm so in lack because I have no resources. They're like, would you just take a deep breath and go take a shower? Okay. Me. That was me last night. Can you just shut up? We're kind of sick of you crying, Holly, about this or whining in your brain. Can you just go take a shower and just cry because we're over it? Okay. Can you just step into your fucking power, please? Can you just say, you know what? I am fucking big. I'm really big. And you know what? Just because that's made people uncomfortable in my life does not mean that I need to dim myself and make myself small. I'm so sorry, but we don't live in the realm of being small for people who can't handle our greatness. I'm so sorry. That's not conceited. That's knowing who the fuck you are. Okay. And if you cannot do that in this moment, your advice today is to get a damn mirror and start doing self concept work. Start telling yourself, incredible fucking job today, bitch. I'm talking to myself. Okay. Good job. You did amazing. You know what? I know you were tired. I know you were tired, but you know what? You did it and you did it and you did it and you did it because sometimes you have to do things when you're tired. And that's just the way this world works. Okay. Okay. Stepping into your power means stepping into the ability to say, all right, I'm kind of over this shadow. And guess what? I get to choose to bring light in. I get to choose to open the door. I get to choose to light another candle. I get to choose to get the fucking fireplace going again. Okay. You're not a victim to your reality. You're not in that realm anymore. That was a time where that actually felt very real because of everything that you were being stripped of and life was happening. It's a very difficult time, but you're coming into your understanding that you are not a victim to your reality and no one's coming to save you. You're the one who has to step on the ocean front. Okay. And you know this in your heart, but you're afraid to do it because what if? What if? What if? Okay, what if what? What are we going to do? What's the worst that's going to happen? You say, well, that fucking sucked ass. I'm going back to this shitty island. Okay, great. Have fun. Have fun. You know, like it's fine. It's actually fine. Preparation. Preparation. You've been moving through a time of preparation. You've already been prepared, prepped, primed, ready. Okay. Okay. Now, does it mean that you're ever going to come into a position where you're not prepped, primed, and ready and you have to get ready? No, of course not. There's always different stages to life. You're always going to be re-preparing. You know how many times I've reorganized my business? I've reorganized my offers. I've re-changed who I talk to. You know how many times I've rethought my mission? Does it mean that I was unprepared all of the times that I reorganized? No, of course not. I just was being called to a different level of preparation. And that takes time and dedication and understanding and peace and power and wisdom and passion and understanding, stillness, creation. You're afraid to do the things because you know when you do them, you're going to be like, wow, I should have done this sooner. Okay. But who cares? You're doing it when you're supposed to. My moon went out. What time is it? Am I just like blabbering? Oh, I'm blabbering. Holy mother. It's okay. It's okay. We don't care, right? Nobody cares that I'm talking forever. You could leave if you wanted and then come back. I haven't even done pile three yet, and I've been talking for like almost an hour. I mean, that's kind of how these go, though. We're pick a cards, and clearly, I just am here to yell. I had this idea earlier of putting this on YouTube, and now that I've actually filmed it, I'm like, maybe I should. Maybe I should. Okay. The Path of Beauty. January, the Path of Beauty. I want to bring something up here which I think is so interesting. I can't read no Roman numerals, so if anyone can and wants to tell me what that is, please be my guest. It's two X's, a one, and an X again. 10, 20, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not even going to try to figure it out. But the one thing that I did want to say here is that we have card 15, 1 and 5. Okay. We have a 5 here. We have a 1 here. 38, which is 11. More ones, 11. Okay. So ones and fives for pile two. Fives is about major change. Ones is about new beginnings. It's the Fool energy. It's all right. I'm doing this. I'm fucking scared, but I'm doing it anyways. You don't think that people aren't scared? You don't think that the most famous people in the world, their first show on tour, they're not a little bit nervous, jitters, like, oh gosh, I hope this goes okay. Of course they are. Doesn't matter how successful you are, enlightened you are, old you are, you still feel feelings of a human experience. And I think pile two, you might have a high expectation on yourself that spirit's like, can you just let it go? Like, honestly, if you drown, it's fine. We're right here. We're not going to actually let you die unless it's your time. Okay. Sorry. That was gruesome. I didn't mean it like that, but it's just the way it came out. Oh God. That would be 11 for reals? Cool. Look at that. See? Can't make this shit up. Heather's like, I'm just kidding. I made that up. Just kidding. Okay, so hold on. But if you have high expectations of yourself, that means you have high expectations on the universe. Do you understand? Like, if you have high expectations, there is high expectations in every area of your life, in other areas of your life. Now, how is that showing up in your reality? And are you being left with disappointment or satisfaction? Because this is how we read our reality. How do we feel about ourselves? Well, that's what's being mirrored to you, right? And it's going to show up in so many different ways and so many forms and so many different fashions. And you're going to think it's just one area, and then it's going to move to the next, to the next, and that. It's like a poison in the system. So you got to get to the bottom of it. Okay. Okay. Temple of the Rose, ancient power, expression, activation, and scarlet codes. Same with the sensuality. We also have the path of beauty, a lot of feminine. So pile two is really talking to the feminine, but also, yeah, to the feminine. It is because I feel like that maybe, okay, I love you. I'm saying this nicely. Pile two might be working through a little bit of like feeling like life is against them. Okay, a little bit of wounding around victim mentality. Okay, it's okay. We all have been there. In fact, I still fall into it sometimes. I'm like, oh my God, would my kids just let me sleep already? Like, it's okay, Holly. Just take a deep breath. I am on one today. I don't even know what to say. I genuinely don't even know what to say. So this is talking about the fact that you do have this capability, this ability to express yourself, to activate yourself, to walk on the water. Okay. And that's literally, she's of course in sunflower fields, but like she's walking. She's like, all right, fuck it. And this tells me that you're already ready to do this. So it's all right. Just I'm gonna push you a little like this. And listen, the water represents so many different things for so many different people. Okay. Some of you are like, oh, I'm ready to jump in that water. Okay. But then you're like standing there, like, what? I'm ready. And they're like, okay, what? I'm going. I'm going to go. I'm just waiting for the water to be a little warmer. I'm waiting for the sun to go up a little bit higher. I'm ready. I just thought I saw a shark over there. So I'm waiting for it to fly away. I mean, swim away. And Spirit's like, oh my God. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll be here all day. So, like, just do it. Okay, that's it. That's it. Thank you so much, Pile 2, for coming to my TED Talk. I love you. I'll see you at the next one. Okay, wow. I'm kind of scared for Pile 3. I'm just kidding. I feel like they keep getting more ruthless every fucking pile. I thought I was being too rude in the first one, and then pile two, they're like yelling at you. No, I'm kidding. I never want you to feel like spirits yelling at you, but they'll use a channel that will, and I'm ready. Okay, I said this morning, yeah, let me have it. Okay. Oh my God, I'm dead. Oh my gosh. Watch. I put this on YouTube because, I think that maybe the collective needs to hear this, and people who don't know me are going to be like, who the fuck is this girl? Is she okay? I'm fine. Okay. Are you okay? Because I would not be okay if I were you. I'm joking. God, so dramatic. Okay. Okay. I just looked at this card, but we'll leave it here. I'll just take it out. Apparently, I'm supposed to see it. Okay. Wow. I need to breathe. Pile three. I think pile three needs a breather. I think we're going to go easy on you, pile three. Wow, pile three. Your ancestors are coming forward. I'm literally rubbing my forehead because I'm stressed from these readings. You guys are stressing me out. I'm totally kidding. Okay. Pile three. Well fucking done. That's what I feel like I need to tell you. Well done. You have done just an incredible job. Okay. Um, I'm hearing a song again, Ariana Grande. Thank you so much. She just plays a great role in my channeling. I heard the part that's like, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Um, what are you waiting for? What part of the reality that you do not like right now is serving you, and how is it serving you? I want you to ask yourself, pile three, if you feel like life is irritating you, or if you are not okay, okay, or if you're just like, this is annoying me, or whatever it is, okay, what, ask yourself right now, why is this, or how is this thing serving me right now? Because the first answer that comes to your mind, I don't know what it will be, but there's something to say about pile three that it's like, do you want, do you, okay, hold on, Holly, take a deep breath. Okay, I'm sorry, pile three, you're getting it too. Okay, I'm joking. I'm joking. Um, what do you want exactly? The universe is like, I I feel like we're giving you a lot of things, pile three, and I'm just not sure you're seeing it. Okay. Um, so what is it that you want exactly? I mean, I know you want more of this and more of that. I know you want more of that and this and that. I know. I hear you. The more part is up to you. So talk to your energy body on that one. But if I'm giving you evidence that something is possible, and then you say, well, that's not good enough. Okay, as you wish. And then you start to see in your reality that it's just not good enough. Oh, I'm seeing that that's not good enough. There's evidence. What else is not good enough? What else is not good enough in my reality? Oh, there it is. That's not good enough either. Oh, what else? All my attention is going to what's not good enough. I'm not even going to look in the mirror because I know that the finger will be pointed to me next. Okay. Pile three, I need you to breathe, 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 and know that the universe is answering you. Okay. As you wish. I feel like I'm just having a moment of silence. Okay. Because I don't know why. I just am. The song is Ariana Grande. I don't know. I don't know why I can't think of the actual name, but it's the part that says, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Do, 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 do. Maybe yours. It's like, oh, Supernatural by Ariana Grande. Volunteer and serve for January. I light up when I give back. The light radiates and shines like moonlight when it touches the loneliest, vastest oceans. Oh, hey, ocean reference again. Listen, pile one. I feel like here's the deal. If you're finding areas of your life where it's like, that's not good enough, that's not 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 enough, you need to pull your energy completely back and you need to start just giving. And you might be like, I give all the time. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, great. I honor that. I see you. Now, are you giving with an incentive, with a motive, with conditions? Are you giving for a specific purpose? Listen, if you're in business, okay, and you're using your gifts to give, okay, that's incredible. But I want you to remember something. You are showing up, of course, to give, of course. However, I know as a business owner, when you give, there is incentive behind showing up. Because if you don't show up, people won't know you. And if people don't know you, they're not going to work with you, correct? Spirit is saying giving and serving is not just in form in business. Giving and serving comes in many different forms and fashions. And they want you to open your eyes to other areas of life that you can give. And it doesn't have to cost you a dime. It doesn't have to take that much time. A prayer for someone, a genuine prayer. I hope they do okay. I hope they're doing okay. I'm sending them love. I pray blessings over themselves, over their business, over their life, over their experiences, over what it is that I know that they want to do. I pray that the divine washes love over them so that they may see themselves the way the divine sees them. I pray over people every fucking day, you guys. Okay. Not to toot my horn. Okay. It's not, I'm not saying that. The point is that it's just giving because you can, not because I'm giving this because I fucking better get something back. What happens then is if you're giving and you have an expectation, okay, I'm hurting somebody's solar plexus here. Okay. When you're giving with expectation, you're going to become resentful if you don't receive what you expect. And then you're giving from resentment. What do you think you're going to receive? We talked about this in pile what? One? I don't even know. You understand like what I'm saying here? Is this coming through? Am I coming through clear? Bonus points if you know the movie. Okay. I've said this before and no one knows the movies that I'm talking about. I literally have watched probably like 10 movies in my whole life because I just don't care. Aside from like kid movies, I just don't like movies. I've never been a movie person. But the ones that I watched, you best believe I watched them about 1,000,000 times each. Okay. Am I coming clear? Anybody? Anybody? Let me know. Oh my gosh. I'm really sorry. I'm just like, are you guys okay? Those of you that I'm so annoying. Am I hurting your feelings? Opening the heart, deep connections, water blessings. Lots of water energy for pile three. I'm hearing this song, listen to your heart when it's calling for you. Listen to your heart. Something, na 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 na. I don't know where you're going, and I don't know why. Listen to your heart before I don't know the rest. But the point is that you're meant to move. Look at the ocean. Pile two, are you here? Spirit's like, come on, stop dancing and just step in. Oh my God, no. Okay. Um, oh my God, no. People are mad. Don't be mad. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Just, I'm kidding you. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, look at this. This is you. And the reason why you're so afraid to be so big and you're so afraid to stand in your power and why you're so afraid to show up fully in all of your glory is because you've attracted these people in your reality, or you feel like this is the people that are surrounding you. This is you. You're in your light. You're happy. You're excited. And then you're like, look at how everyone is around me. They're all just like lame. They're all just staring at me or they all hate me, right? Like it's this idea that like you are alone. It's this idea that you are not seen, not heard. And if you are seen, it's not in a good light. And the thing is, pile three, is January is going to show you that you are this, But until you see this and not focus on this, you're going to always feel like you are experiencing this. So you have to look at yourself. You have to tell yourself, I am this. I've always been this. I will continue to be this no matter what. No matter what happens, this will be me. And you're always going to have these haters. Listen, haters are your motivators. All right. I've always had haters. I swear to you, you guys, I'm not trying to be annoying. I am a nice ass person. Okay. I am. I really am. Like in real life, I am really nice. Okay. I'm not just saying that. And the reason why I'm saying that is because everybody that would become my friend, they'd be like, man, I thought you were such a bitch when I met you. Every person. And I'd be like, what? What are you talking about? Every time I'd be like, okay, that's a fucking weird thing to say, but all right. No idea why. Your light triggers people. Your authenticity triggers people. Your ability to be unapologetic triggers people. Your ability to say, yeah, I would rather go broke than give up on my business triggers people because they don't have the strength, the ability, or the desire to do what you're doing, even though they want to. They think that they can't. So then they're triggered by you. Show up anyways. Be yourself anyways. Do the damn thing anyways. In fact, Hecate would say, make them mad, bitch. Show up even bigger and let them squirm. Okay, good. Good for them. Hopefully, it will activate them enough to see their own power. Maybe not. They're sleepy. It's fine. It's fine. They hate us because they ate us. I'm dead. Okay. Okay. Ugh, my solar plexus. I'm like, really? I feel like somebody's seriously getting offended. Maybe I shouldn't put this on YouTube. Maybe it's someone on YouTube. Listen, this is not a stab at your character. Okay. Like whoever I'm talking to right now, this is not a jab at you as a person. This is to empower you. This is to say, listen, you have all that it fucking takes. You are all that in the bag of chips. Okay. Okay. And the cookie and the Capri Sun. Okay. And I will drink that shit up any fucking day. Okay. 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 All right. So at the end of the day, though, like, what are you waiting for? Love me like you do. Love me like you do. Like, you got to see yourself the way you're meant to see yourself. Because if you can't see yourself now, what are you waiting for? Like, we got to go. We got to do it. Because in this card, it's like wintertime, but look, spring. Spring of 2025 is going to be such a fucking magical time for you. I swear, pile 3. If you do not take a deep breath right now, okay? I am not one of these people, okay? I am for you, okay? I'm adding to your light, okay? Because you are such a powerful person and you have to let yourself see it. You have to take down the guard. You have to take down the fear. You have to. Well, you don't have to. You can do whatever you want. Rapture, sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, pleasure. Okay. Yeah, there was a lot of emotion. Okay. I'm not fucking around. Can you cuss on YouTube? I don't know if I could post this. Oh, I need to breathe. Okay, hold on, guys. You got me all fired up. Listen. I January is a month for you to just let yourself be all that you have been. Okay, this ecstasy card, all I can think about with ecstasy. Okay, listen, we're all getting in the boat. Okay, I'm going to be careful with what I say here because if I do put this online, censorship. Okay, listen, we're all getting on the boat really quick and we're all going to come on to an understanding here. I'm speaking in code that we all know what it feels like to feel ecstasy. And if you don't, I'm so sorry. And I pray right now that tonight you feel it. Okay, listen, ecstasy is pure liberation. It is pure release. It is pure receiving. It is pure present moment. Okay, your girl knows about ecstasy. Okay. January is about how can I bring that energy into my walking life? Some of you have like shame around this. sensuality or what pleasure, all of that. Enough. Okay. You deserve this. Okay. Whatever life is bringing forward to you is for you. And so in January, you're being asked to open the gates. What is that movie from? Open the gates. What is it? Hold on. I can't remember. Is it Alice in Wonderland when the queen like screams? No, it's not that. What's it from where they scream, open the gates? What is that from? Damn it, it's gonna bother me. Okay, whatever. Anyways. The other thing is I'm remembering my dream last night. I had a dream. Don't analyze my dream, okay? I'll analyze it myself. But this is for you to hear because it's coming up for me. Okay. I had a dream. I was standing and there was like a big, it was like summertime and it was at like a big park, but it was in a park. It was like a bunch of open grass, open field. Okay. And there was this man and this huge owl came down, okay, and grabbed a big ass bunny, okay, and I was like, oh my god, it's traumatizing, like why, okay, and so then this man's there and he's like, no, don't take the bunny, like, and the owl just stops mid-flight, like that would ever happen, and drops the big bunny, right? So then this man starts like cracking eggs. I don't know what the fuck this is about. Okay. And it starts feeding the owl that. I don't know. Then the owl leaves and then it keeps coming back down and swooping up and like grabbing all these rodents. And again, I don't know what the point of it is. But for you, I feel like it's something that is like you choose what you get to feed the thing that you feel like is predatory to you. Okay. So it's like the owl is representing representing predators. Okay. I'm obviously figuring this out for myself right now too. Okay. And it's coming down and it's grabbing things, but you have free will to be like, hey, so sorry. Can you actually put that down? I'd rather feed you something else. I'd rather feed you eggs than my big bunny. Okay. The point of it is the fact that you have to be mindful of what you are willing to say yes to, what you're willing to say. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to let that happen. I'm going to blah, 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 blah. Okay. You have to choose that. Does that make sense? Not really, but there it is. Whoop, there it is. Look at this. Unconditional love. Unconditional love. Giving with unconditional love. What does that mean? To give without conditions. What does that mean, class? You know what I'm saying? Like that's January. It's like you are learning what this means. I want you, pile three, to take on the idea of whenever you're irritated or whenever something is happening or whatever's going on, ask yourself, how could I bring the frequency of unconditional love to this situation? And you will get an answer immediately and you apply that answer if you want. Sometimes the answer will really piss you off. Like somebody's really irritating you and you'll be like, how can I bring more unconditional love to this? And they'll be like, you don't need to be mad. This is crazy. And then you're like, what? I want to be mad. Well, just listen to the guidance. If you want to listen to it, great, but you have free will, so you don't have to. The point is this, you want to be in a space of unconditional love, not a space of feeling like people have it out for you or people don't want what's best for you or people don't want to support you. You know what I'm saying? It's like this energy of like, I want to be loved, but I'm scared to be loved. I want to be loved, but I'm scared to be loved. I want to receive, but I'm scared to receive. Because if I'm not good enough and it's taken away from me, then that's going to prove that what I believed is true. And then I'm going to be blah, blah, blah. Right. So this goes really deep. And it's this kind of fear of becoming pure ecstasy, pure release, pure expansion. Because what if it proves to me that I am everything that I've always said that I was? And at the end of the day, pile three, you cannot live your life in fear of proving yourself right. What if you prove yourself right that you can do it and that you are capable because you have your higher self and your shadow self? And the shadow self, of course, is going to be like, you're not capable. Okay, great. Play devil's advocate, which is the shadow self, right? The idea of the devil's advocate. Talk to it. Why do you think I'm not capable? Have conversations. Be used to going down to this level to be like, what the fuck is your problem? Are we okay? Because we don't seem okay here. You're doing that to your shadow self, not people. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, who? How are we doing? Two more cards. Oh, What time is it? 10:15. Oh my God. Okay, the Finch and the Peach romance. We've seen romance twice here, which is so interesting. Wonder what this is about. Maybe some of you, this is like about a romantic relationship where you just like maybe you feel like you give a lot, but maybe there are conditions. Um, maybe you're being asked to open your heart a bit more to the idea of romance or to the idea of receiving love, or maybe you need to open yourself up to being more in a place of ease when it comes to romance or ecstasy, pleasure, those types of things. Um, However that shows up for you is great. I think that's for a select amount of people. But there's something to say about that. There really is. I don't know what to say, but there's something to say. Oh God. Okay. Next. Oh yes, I love this fucking card. Peonies. First of all, my favorite. Okay, take note. Just kidding. But it is time to reap the rewards. Settle in for a ride with Lady Luck. January is a month where you start to see, oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm the light. That's fucking right. And you know what? You're going to trigger people. Because when you reap rewards, again, people get all, oh, why did they get it? Oh, that was so easy for them. Oh, they're just lucky. Like, oh God, don't get me started. Do not get me started on people like that. Okay. But it's okay. We love them. We send them love. Okay. We pray that they see that they're an asshole. Okay. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. So, pile three, you are going to be receiving. It's going to be an abundance of something. Okay. Because you're opening your heart. You're in the state of pleasure. You're understanding that when I give, I receive. Okay, listen, you guys, from now on, okay, the law of giving and receiving, which is one of the 7 spiritual laws of success, literally says that you should give to every single person you come into contact with. So if you are walking in the store and you come into contact with 50 people, you set an intention. Every single person I come into contact with today, when I walk through the store, is going to get a burst of joy in their life today. Thank you so much. I love that. Amazing. And goodbye. That's it. Done and done. You've given to all 50 people that you walked by in the store. Okay. You go to a drive-through. Somebody's in line, or you're in line and you order your thing, whatever, you get it. You say a little prayer. I hope they have the best day today. And you mean it. You fucking mean it. Okay? You go over to someone's house, you drive by, you see a beautiful flower field, you go and you pull some and you give it to them and you say, I just want to bring you this flower. Amazing. That is so nice of you. Okay? Wow. Your shirt looks amazing today. Compliment. Mean it. Okay? You can give to everybody without having to spend a dime, except for you're spending your own energy, but you're giving to the frequency of unconditional love. And what happens when you give with unconditional love? You will eventually receive the same form of that in a different way, in a different pattern. And that is exactly what you're learning and you're seeing in the month of January. But right now, if you're feeling like the world's against me or it's not working or things aren't happening or whatever the case is, invite unconditional love to the parts that feel the most uncomfortable and see what you're meant to do with them, because it wants to support you. It wants to help you. It wants to bring you out of this feeling that you are not worthy or you are not capable or you cannot have and you cannot soften and you cannot receive without working really hard. It's just not true, because you're always receiving, but sometimes you're receiving in lack and sometimes you're receiving in love. And it just depends on the frequency that you're vibrating at in that moment. Sometimes you're meant to be in lack so you can learn a good lesson. Sometimes you're meant to be in joy so you can enjoy the frequency of joy. Sometimes you're meant to cry because you're supposed to be in an energy of just crying, because that's where you are in that moment and it is what it is. Okay, I think I'm done now. How's everyone doing live? And if I decide to end up posting this on YouTube, how are you feeling? Oh my gosh. Are we good? Everybody cool? Everybody good, everybody good, everybody good. All right, let's pull just a couple more cards to finish you off and we'll let you go for the day. I love you, Spirit loves you. We are your biggest cheerleaders. Imagine me as just a walking spirit guide, okay? Just a little sassy and sometimes a little funny. Wealth, joy, and stillness for the month of January. Your 3 key words, 3 gifts, 3 experiences, okay? Lean into the fact that you are worthy, you are capable. Tell yourself in the mirror, I am worthy of a wealth of within my life. I'm worthy of the joy that attracts the things that I desire. I'm worthy of being still here and now, because just because I'm still in this moment doesn't mean that I'm less worthy or less capable or less able. Let yourself do the things you need to do. Let yourself be the things you need to be, and let yourself go the places you want to go. Don't let your evidence of restriction keep you from experiencing these frequencies here, because they are available to you in so many different forms and fashions, and you may be looking for them in just specific ways, and Spirit's like, enough. The month of January, it's time to illuminate this experience in your reality, and you can choose to enjoy it, or you can choose to be like, oh no, this is going to go away any second. Whatever you want, okay? Whatever you want to experience is what you will, okay? Just do your best to be mindful of what how you're experiencing it, how you're receiving it, okay? That's my biggest piece of advice. Holy mother. Love you guys so much. I'll see you next week before Christmas, and then I won't see you for 2 more weeks. I'm glad we're all okay. I love you guys. I hope you have the best day, night, whatever it is, and I will chat with you very soon. Okay, bye.